What $1,000 buys you in designer bags today versus 5 years ago? Welcome to Luxify. We talk about fashion, luxury, and basically all the best things life has to offer. Welcome to our video about what $1,000 buys you in designer bags today versus 5 years ago. If you've ever felt like your money doesn't go quite as far as it used to, especially when shopping for luxury bags, you're definitely not alone. In today's video, we're going to explore exactly what $1,000 could buy you in designer bags 5 years ago versus what it gets you today. Spoiler alert, it's a big difference. From brand new releases to entry-level classics, we'll look at how price tags have shifted, which brands have stayed relatively accessible, and where the luxury industry is heading in terms of value. So, without further ado, here is what $1,000 buys you in designer bags today versus 5 years ago. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe. What $1,000 bought you in 2019? Let's start by traveling back to 2019. Only 5 years ago, but in luxury fashion terms, it feels like another era. Back then, $1,000 could get you some of the most popular designer bags straight from the boutique, no discounts needed. A Saint Laurent Lou Camera bag retailed for around $995. The Gucci Soho Disco, a huge hit at the time, was about $980, and the newly revived Prada Re-Edition 2005 nylon bag was just under $900. The Chloe Faye Mini, with its iconic ring hardware, was around $995. The Givenchy GV3 Mini was priced just under $1,000, and from brands like Balenciaga, you could find structured leather crossbody or shoulder bags in that $800 to $1,100 range. Even from Loewe, you could find small versions of the puzzle bag near the $1,100 mark. In short, $1,000 was a sweet spot for first-time buyers and collectors, a reliable entry point into true designer leather goods. The luxury price surge. What happened? Now let's look at what changed. Since 2020, the price of designer bags has increased sharply across nearly all major fashion houses. The Saint Laurent Lou Camera bag, it's now around $1,690. Prada's Nylon Re-Edition, it starts at $1,450 and prices rise quickly with any extras. Even leather belts and small wallets from Chanel or Louis Vuitton often exceed the $1,000 mark. A few reasons for this. Luxury brands have repositioned themselves upmarket, chasing exclusivity. Inflation and global supply chain shifts have driven up manufacturing costs. And most importantly, consumer demand hasn't dropped. It's exploded. Brands know their loyal buyers are willing to pay more, and they're adjusting prices accordingly, often 2 or 3 times a year. What $1,000 gets you today, 2025? So, what can $1,000 actually buy you right now? In 2025, the list is much shorter, but not non-existent. From Jacquemus, you can still find the Le Chiquito or Le Bambino in canvas or small leather versions. Tory Burch, Coach, and Polène offer full leather, beautifully made bags under $1,000. Other brands like De Melier and Aspinall of London offer designer bags and a luxury experience without the hefty price tag. However, if you're shopping at Chanel, Dior, Hermès, or Louis Vuitton, $1,000 won't get you much beyond a small leather good or card holder. Entry-level designer now often starts around $1,500 to $2,000. If you're enjoying this video so far, please subscribe to my channel so we can continue to bring you the best content about fashion and luxury living. The rise of the resale market. This is where things get interesting because the resale market is booming. If you're working with a $1,000 budget in 2025, your best value might be in pre-owned luxury. You can often find a pre-loved Louis Vuitton Speedy in excellent condition, a vintage Gucci Jackie or Chloe Paddington, or even a gently used YSL Kate, Lulu, or Sac de Jour Nano. And unlike fast fashion, these pieces often hold or even increase in value if well cared for. The key is shopping from trusted sources and verifying authenticity, especially now that high-quality replicas are becoming harder to detect. Why are luxury prices rising? So, what's really driving this jump in prices? It's a combination of strategy and demand. Luxury brands are intentionally raising their prices to maintain exclusivity and elevate brand status. By making entry harder, they protect their image and increase perceived value. At the same time, global demand for designer bags has skyrocketed. More buyers in more countries, more visibility on social media, and more interest in fashion as an investment have all pushed prices up. Production costs and inflation play a role, yes, but often these increases are outpacing material or labor costs. Brands like Chanel and Louis Vuitton have had multiple price hikes per year, not tied to product updates, but to brand positioning. In short, you're paying more because these bags now represent more than craftsmanship. By making entry points more expensive, they reduce accessibility, which ironically increases desire. It's about psychology as much as economics. They've become cultural currency. Is $1,000 still worth spending on a bag? So, with all of that in mind, is $1,000 still worth spending on a designer bag? The answer is yes, but it depends on where and how you spend it. If you're looking for big-name brands like Chanel, Dior, or Hermès, $1,000 today may not get you much. But if you're open to newer labels or the resale market, it can still go a long way. You might find a beautiful pre-loved Louis Vuitton Speedy, a vintage Gucci bag with real character, or a Jacquemus piece that still turns heads. And for some, spending $1,000 on a smaller brand with thoughtful design and great materials may feel even more luxurious than chasing a logo. The key is intention. Think of your budget not as a limitation, but as a tool. And you can still find pieces that feel timeless, exciting, and completely your own. Let us know in the comments below which one was your favorite. Comment below which brands you would like to know more about. And make sure to check out my video about the 10 investment-worthy designer bags for 2025. Thank you for spending some time with us, and make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. In return, we'll provide you the best content about fashion, travel, and luxury living. See you soon.